You are not too old to learn to play piano. I promise you. Almost every single day, I get multiple messages from my YouTube video comments and emails from people and lovely messages from people, and they'll ask, am I too old? Or they'll make a statement about themselves and it opens with, I'm this number of years old. I'm 65 years old. I'm 72 years old. I'm 81 years old. And then the remaining part of that sentence is usually some disparaging thing about themselves of, I think it's too late for me. Oh my gosh, that is so heartbreaking for me to hear. You are not too old, I promise you. I have worked with piano students from ages 4 to into their 90s, okay? And the goal is just, we learn how for you to learn piano. And that's part of a teacher's job, right? That's my job. If I have a student that comes to me and they're elderly or they have issues that we have to work through, it's ridiculous to just think, well, you're not going to be able to play piano. That is our job, to figure it out. It's your job to have belief in yourself and to have passion for yourself. And it's our job to help figure that out and help get you over these hurdles. So for example, I teach students that have had severe arthritis. I have taught piano students where they're missing fingers. I have taught students who are legally blind. I've taught students who had extreme hearing loss. There are so many things. I've taught students who have elbow injuries and wrist injuries from serving in the military. There are so many walls that can keep people from wanting to learn piano, and that breaks my heart for them to think we can't, okay? There is a way to do it. I have worked with people who have been bedridden, and it's how can you not get out of bed, but we still will find a way for you to have a small piano in your lap, and we're gonna get you playing piano, I promise you. So this is a little bit of a different video of mine. Normally I'm on here and I'm showing you, fun things to learn on the piano, but I felt very compelled to make this video and put this out there. And I hope if you're someone that needs to hear it, that this video finds you. Whether you work with me or someone else, I want you to know you are not too old. And I hate hearing that. I understand why people think that, but I promise you, it's not too late, okay? We will figure out what needs to be figured out, okay? Piano is accessible for 99.9% of people, even people that think they aren't, okay? Like I said, I've been amazed at students I have had that have come to me and have said, hey, I can barely move my arm, but is there a way that I can learn to play piano? Or I'm missing 3 fingers. Is there any way I can still play piano? Or I can't see. Is there a way I can still learn piano? And we figure it out. We do, and that is part of our job, right? If you have mobility issue, we will figure out how can you get a keyboard that feels light and that can be in your bed or in your lap. I have worked with students that we had to use phone apps, like digital pianos on a phone, because that's all they could hold. When someone is legally blind or they've lost the majority of their sight, we work on how do you fill piano keys almost like Braille? How can you get them under your fingers and you're able to fill them? There are so many different ways. How can we alternate fingerings and how can we rearrange music in ways that it's comfortable for your wrist or elbow or fingers if you have severe injuries or severe arthritis, okay? So I want you to feel motivated and inspired and know that if you are someone who's older and you're watching this video, you are not too old. I promise you. Some of my favorite clients that I work with are quote unquote elderly. They're people that are 60s, 70s, 80s, and that's how they talk about themselves. I've even had people that email me and they're in their 50s, but they consider themselves elderly and too old to learn piano. Nonsense, okay? So I felt compelled to make this video. This is a little bit of a different video for me, and I know I'm just kind of talking from the heart, but I hope you hear this if you need to hear it. Okay, now if you are interested in working with me, I promise this video was not like a plug just for this, but if you are interested, I do have a link in my in the video description below that takes you to the website where you can see information about doing a virtual piano lesson with me. And whether you study with me or someone else, find someone that believes in that mission wholeheartedly, that you are not too old and that you are not too frail. You are not too limited to figure it out. We will figure it out. That is our job, that is your job. And as long as you have a passion to learn piano, we will do it. We will do it. I have even had students where they basically physically could not play the piano. So we did where you were vicariously playing through me. They were still wanting to write songs, and so they could speak and they could think, and we would walk through, and it was like they were guiding my hands and I was helping them create their music for them. There's so many ways, there's so many examples I could give where people think there's a limitation to learning music or learning piano, and then it just keeps them from ever doing it. And then at one point you get old enough that you start to think it's too late, long gone, that's too much in my past. I need to just give up on that dream. Tish tosh, don't give up on your dream, okay? So, sorry for a little bit of the rambling here. If you've watched this whole video, I hope that it resonates with you, or show it to someone that does need to hear it, okay? The elderly are valuable, and if you view yourself as quote unquote elderly, you have just as much potential and value and beauty in wanting to learn piano as someone in their 20s. Okay, I promise you that. That's my philosophy to how I approach working with people. And I hope that there are many other piano teachers that also share that same philosophy. I'm sure there are, because if we're teachers, that means we have a heart for you. I have a heart for you. I love teaching. I love helping people discover the joy and beauty of piano, the way that my teachers helped inspire in me. That's why I became a teacher. That's why I'm a teacher at heart. That's why I always joke with people, if I won the lottery tomorrow and won $10 million, I would still teach. I don't just do it to do it. It's truly my passion to help piano players, people discover the joy of music. I love it so much. So I'm gonna stop my rambling, okay? If you'd like to see more about me, you can click that video, that link in the video description to see more information about doing a piano lesson with me. I also have a link in the video description of a free PDF that I give out that I made for my YouTube audience. It's called The Ultimate Intro Guide to Piano. It's a 30-page PDF made for piano players, especially at the beginner and intermediate stages, helping you out with a lot of stuff on your the beginning of your piano journey. So totally free, so download that, all right? If you liked this video, I appreciate the like, subscribe, all of that great stuff. And if you wanna see more videos from me where I show you some cool stuff on the piano, check out a video showing up on the screen here, and I'll see you over there, okay? And until next time, my friends, keep making music.